I would never find anything. I wouldn't find seizures. I wouldn't find
How many
drugs.
terrorists do you find coming across the border?
You want to know what? You'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised. I would say 3 a day.
3 terrorists
A day.
from Canada.
That you don't know about.
Okay.
Do you think that we put every single possible terrorist in the newspaper and say he was encountered at the Lewiston Bridge?
I'm just curious.
3, and I'm not saying here at the Lewiston Bridge. I'm saying in the Port of Buffalo, Lewiston, Rainbow, and Peace Bridge. I would say 3 a day.
Okay. Sit down, Liz. Sit down. Sit down.
I'm trying to have a discussion.
Just go sit down.
Why? I just want to
No, I'll tell you later. Just go sit down.
The guy was asking which store I'm going to.
I know. I've explained this to him. No. Just sit down. Sit down. Sit down. You see this? It's all unnecessary. Totally unnecessary.
Ma'am.
Oh, yeah. You're an American citizen. I can shake my head at you, too, man. What are you going to do? Shoot me? What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Hold on a second, okay?
That's not a threat.
Is that a threat?
No, it wasn't.
Don't start making threats, Mike.
I'm not making threats.
Okay.
Is he Canadian? Yeah. You're making threats?
I'm not making a threat. I am not making a
Got your
threat.
back right now.
What are you trying to do?
I'm not making a threat. Libby, stop, man. Stop.
Calm down. Stand behind your back.
Okay.
Down here. I'm trying to be cool.
I know.
Follow the officer.
Libby, don't worry about it.
Calm down. You better calm her down real quick.
Libby, calm down. Nothing said. It'll be okay.
I want to go for
Calm down.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay.
Sit down.
Okay. I don't need any trouble with you.
Yeah. Well, that was
Okay.
15 minutes ago when all this bullshit started.
Okay. All right.
What's going on?
Nothing. I've just been through a lot of stress in my job.
All right.
That's all.
Okay, sir, listen.
I don't want to read it. I don't want to.
I'm the supervisor here today.
Yeah.
Okay? We're going to sit here, we're going to talk, we're going to find out what's going on. Okay, right now, you're in a lot of trouble.
Okay.
You ever been arrested?
No.
Okay. You ever heard of anything called obstruction of justice?
Yes. I have.
Where do you think you are right now?
In America.
More specifically, where do you think you are?
In a prison?
No, you're in an international federal inspection station.
Okay.
Do you think it's a good idea
Mm-hmm.
for you to come in here, to raise your voice, to get irate, and then to turn around and threaten? And you did threaten, trust me, everything that was said, we have on audio and video.
Okay.
To threaten a federal officer with physical violence?
No, I don't think it's a good
Okay,
idea.
and as soon as you pulled away from my officers when they went to grab your arm,
Yeah.
okay, that's assault.
Okay.
Okay? You understand what's going on here?
Yeah.
You really understand how much trouble you're in right now? You're going to jail. Is this worth it?
No.
A little bit late for apologies.
I'm sorry.
Your apologies were when you started to get irate with the officers out there. Okay? Do you think we're here just because we have nothing better to do?
No, I don't.
Why are we here?
To
We're
protect
here
the
to
United
protect
States.
the United States and Canada.
Yes.
Okay, you're coming in to
I'm
shop
sorry.
in our
I'm totally sorry about this.
and look what you did to your girlfriend.
Please,
Your wife out there.
just for my wife, please.
Okay, she's locked up too. You know why she's locked up? Because she grabbed another one of the officers out there
I know.
when they were restraining you. So
Okay.
she's going to jail too.
Okay.
All right?
That is absolute bull. Beep. When I heard all that, I did not like the way he acted. The way he's like, "Oh, you pulled one of the officers. Ooh, you pulled one of the officers." I just didn't like the way that guy was talking. It seemed like the people on the border patrols are acting like a bunch of kooks, like a bunch of thugs that go around doing anything they wish, running around with guns, thinking they're the kings of the hill. Well, you know what? Let me tell you their mentality. I'm going to tell you their mentality. I mean, usually I don't attack border guards on my radio show. You know, usually I don't do this. But now I'm sick of the way our government is treating like people from other countries, because that's going to hurt tourism. Does our country love hurting tourism? Does our government wish for all Americans to die, to die in a third world country? Does our government even care anymore? that tourism is the boon for the economy. And so then, do they care about tourism? Do they care about the fact that we need people buying and shopping in other countries? After this incident with the Border Patrolmen, no one's going to want to come to America anymore. And that's because the whole mentality they're doing with Canadians now, the fact that you are not allowed to question your government is, you're a Canadian, you're a slave, you can't question your master, you slave, you're nothing but a slave. That's what the Border Patrol mentality is. You're a slave, you're a peasant, you're scum, I'm God. You don't question God, I'm God. You know, that's what the Border Patrol is practically acting like they're a god. Like you can't question your God. But they're not gods. These people are not gods, they're not kings, they're not queens. They just have too much authority on their hands. And people shouldn't treat them as a god. They have every right to peacefully ask, like when you go up to a Border Patrolman, you're not, I mean, what's wrong going up to and asking them, why do I have to answer too many questions like this? You know, and stuff like that. You have every right to ask why. Like, I mean, what's going to happen in the future? Is it going to get to the point where if you ask a teacher for help, she'll say, he's threatening a teacher! He's threatening to blow up the school! Is it going to get to the point where anytime you ask your teacher a question, she's going to tell everybody you threatened to blow up the school? You know, is the teacher going to start saying, he threatened the teacher? Is it going to get to the point where we're not allowed to ask why? It's just funny how everything's getting with America. The whole mentality is, I'm the authority. You're below me. I have all the power, and you are nothing. You have to do what I say. If you dare to question authority, you're nothing. I mean, why are people doing this? I thought that the whole reason why that Canadian couple's going across the border, as they were saying, to go shopping, that gives us free money. That gives us money and stuff like that. And what that border guard just did was ruin business. And so what they did is they're gonna lead Canadians to start saying, I hate Americans. I hate America. That's what they're going to start saying. Canadians will start saying, I hate America. The president can just rot. That's what the Canadians are going to start saying. They're going to start saying that kind of stuff. And Canadians would be like, we're not going across the border anymore. Come on, Canadians, let's no longer have deals with the U.S. government. Let's stop doing that. I mean, if our border patrols are going to keep acting like this, eventually Canadians are going to hate Americans. They're going to want to fight Americans. And eventually our country won't just be hated by the Taliban. They'll be hated by a lot of countries. I mean, you know, it's just because the border patrols went too far when they're saying stuff like, oh, we don't have to have grounds to charge you with anything. We could do whatever we want. We're the border patrol. We could do whatever we want. If we want to arrest you, we could do that. It's our job. We can arrest you. I don't think that's right. I think they have to be under certain rules. And at the same time, they've been allowing illegal immigrants to cross the border, as we've been seeing. All these illegal immigrants have been crossing the border somehow. And at the same time, we're treating people that go in legally as if they're a bunch of terrorists. And I'm starting to doubt if he's saying 3 a day. I mean, like, what does he define terrorism? What does that border guard define as terrorism? That's what I wonder. When he says he gets 3 a day. And, you know, I mean, how can you just base it on a number a day? Because, I mean, one day it might be 2. There might just be 2 terrorists, or 1. So why does he average it on 3 a day? For some reason, they're just saying, oh, I'm just doing it 3 a day. You know, I'm getting 3 terrorists a day and stuff like that. And the problem is, they're being given too much power. The Border Patrol is being given too much power. They're not being trained in etiquette on how we should be treating foreigners that are nice. I mean, he said he was a police officer. He knows all